X on the spot.
Look at this! Oh, she put up such a fight.
Nice
What we're
fish.
talking about right there, folks. Beautiful crappie.
Oh, that's a pig. That's a big bass. Oh, stuck him there, right where he's supposed to be. Best fish of the day. Oh my goodness, crushed. Another really nice fish. I'd have a salmon on here. Got him. Big fish. Oh my gosh. Look at that perch. Angler X. Honest, informative, real multi-species angling. What's up everybody, and welcome to another Angler X video. In this week's video, we're fishing up by the lock and dam for walleye and sauger. We're hitting the main current seams with a jig and plastic. And in this video, I explain exactly how I'm fishing that jig and plastic to put fish in the boat. We got a great video for you today. I think you're gonna love it, so don't go anywhere. Hello everybody, and welcome to another Angler X video. As you can see, we're below a lock and dam today, fishing for walleye and sauger and whatever else bites. It is mid-March and water temperatures have dropped slightly. We are at 35.5 degrees right now. We just got a little bit of a snowstorm and a cold front that came through, which lowered the temperature of the river. But we have warmer temperatures coming later in the week, and that should warm it right back up. That should not keep the fish from biting, though. We still plan on catching some fish today. Hopefully get enough for a little video here for you today. I'll kind of explain what I'm doing. Essentially, we're gonna focus on a current seam. This is the main current seam right up by the lock and dam. And you get the fast water coming through the gates, and then you have this little back corner here where the current wraps back around, and where those two opposite moving currents meet creates a current seam, and that's where the fish hang out. And we're just trying to keep our jig in close proximity to the bottom. I'm not aggressively jigging, I'm just making sure I'm near the bottom, and then lifting and holding. Lifting and holding, and just waiting for a thump. When I feel that thump, I'll set the hook. But pretty simple technique. You gotta size your jig accordingly for the current. You wanna be able to get down to the bottom. You don't want to get too heavy where you're not getting good movement of your jig down there. You kind of want it to just hover in the current just above the bottom. Keep it in that fish strike zone as long as you can. Like I said, the water's 35 degrees. It's not super warm, so they're not going to be super aggressive. They will definitely eat a bait hanging right in front of their face. As you can see, I got several seagulls out here. They're scooping up bait, so we know it's alive and well with food, which is always a good sign. Whenever you have birds eating fish, there's going to be predator fish around as well. So we're just going to bump around this current seam, see if we can get a few fish. We may try some other ones. This has always been one of the higher probability spots for me, just because there is a high concentration of fish. It is kind of the last big current seam as fish migrate up river. They are not going to pass through that dam, at least I don't think they will. So they reach that barrier and then they slide over and they hang out right by this main current seam. Not to say you can't catch fish other places. There's lots of current seams. You got the walls of the dam on the opposite side. Each of those walls creates a nice current seam, a back eddy, where fish can be caught as well. Fish on. My first fish. It's actually my second fish. I did catch one off camera. Nice little walleye. It's gonna be a little bit short. Nice start. I'll check the length. Nah, he's short. We'll let him go right away. He's probably 14 and a half. Well, we will bump him just for bumping's sake. 14 incher. Get that guy back. It's a good start. Sean, he thumped it good. I'll sauger. Nice little sauger. Beautiful colors on that fish. Look at that. Love those sauger. They're probably one of the cooler fish in the river as far as looks. There's a fish. Little guy. Thumped it. There's a little sauger. Nice little fish. Sauger hanging right on that current seam. Ooh, fish. Crushed it. Good fish. Nice walleye. It's going to be just short. There we go. Nice looking fish. Just on the short side, but we're getting fish. It's a good sign for this evening. We're gonna fish right up till dark and hopefully get a few more like that, maybe even bigger. Let's get him back. Oh, I love the thump. I just don't get enough of it. Springtime is the best time of the year to feel the thump and have the potential of catching a bigger fish. I'm using a 3/8 ounce jig head with a 3-inch gulp minnow and just keeping it right up off the bottom, retrieving it back to the boat. Like I said before, I got this current flowing towards the dam here. It comes fast out of the dam, wraps around, and then flows right back towards the dam. And then I'm casting downstream with this secondary current and then bringing my jig back up against the secondary flow of current here. Fish on. That one barely ticked it. It's a smaller fish. Nice little sauger. It's been pretty slow today, this afternoon, but we're catching a few fish. Hopefully they kind of crank up here right at the end, but nice little fish. There we go. Good fish. Fish on. A nice fish. It's a walleye. Yeah, we'll bump him. He is right at 15. If I pinch the tail down, he is just over 15. He's a 15-incher. It's a legal fish. There we go, guys. Our first keeper walleye of the day. It's a nice fish. Sun's just going down. We'll fish for a little while yet and see if we can get a few more, but it's a nice keeper fish right there. Well, there you have it, folks. That's my technique for fishing the main current seams up at the lock and dam. This technique is very effective and puts a lot of fish in the boat for me. Get out there and try those current seams. They do get busy, but if you get the chance, get on them. There's a lot of potential to catch fish. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching.